Do you want to know what's the easiest way to solve a Megaminx? Well, stay tuned to find out. Hey guys, this is Hein and today I will show you the easiest way how to solve the Megaminx. The Megaminx is by far my favorite puzzle to solve, even though technically it's just a normal 3x3 with an extended F to L. Whenever I'm bored of the normal 3x3, I will practice this cube because it still improves my F to L. Okay, let's start with the tutorial. Just a reminder, to follow the tutorial, you do need to know how to solve the normal Rubik's Cube, but you don't have to know F to L, since this will be the most basic way to solve this cube. I will do an intermediate to advanced Megaminx tutorial later on, but for this one, it's really as basic as possible. I divided this video into 5 parts, and there are timestamps in the description below, so you can follow along. If you want to follow along, the scramble is right here. And then into the scramble, your cube should look like this. So let's start with the first part of solving the Megaminx, the star. The star is exactly the same as the cross on a normal Rubik's Cube. And just like on a normal Rubik's Cube, it's 100% intuitive. So I would suggest just finding out your own ways how to solve the star, but you can still watch this if you get stuck. So let's start with it. What you're going to do when you want to solve the star is look for the white edges and connect them with its corresponding 2 centers. So let's do one at a time. Later on you can do 2, 3, maybe 4 at the same time. But let's start with this white and green edge. We're going to have to connect this edge to the white and green centers, like that. As you can see, it's connected like so. And next part is going to be white and purple. So let's connect that. We can take it away. We know it needs to go in here, so we can take that edge there, insert it, and there we go. Now we have 2 pieces. The next piece I would solve is this one, because it's going to be the easiest. You can just connect it like this, and then insert it like that. So it's white and yellow. So the next piece is going to be red and white. So I would suggest doing this like so, taking it away and connecting it, so that you can just insert that. But that's going to be a bit more advanced, but you can still figure it out your own way. And then the last one, you can just connect the blue to blue and insert the white. And as you can see, our star is completed. The next step is F to L. And this F to L is exactly the same as the Rubik's Cube F to L. But you can do F to L like this by inserting a corner and then inserting an edge right off that. Or you can do it with F to L and insert both of them together. But for this video, I will do the beginner's method of just inserting the corner and then inserting the edge, since some people don't know F to L. So let's start off with the first corner. We're going to start off with the blue, red and white corner. And we know it needs to go in here. So we're going to take it, you need to let the white side face this side. So we can take the white side away. So if the white side was here, you can take it that side, but now it's this side, so you have to take it away, bring this side up, and insert it, like that. But I expect you to know how to solve a normal Rubik's Cube, so this won't be anything new. Now let's solve the edge, and we know this is just like a normal Rubik's Cube, how you would solve it. So basically, you're just going to solve these pieces, just like in a normal Rubik's Cube, just pretending that those are the first 2 layers, like this. So let's look for the next one. Here we go. We have white, red and green. We can insert it like that. And here's the edge. We can insert the edge like that. Next up is this corner. We can insert that one. And let's look for its corresponding edge. Here it is. And now let's look for the next corner. Let's try this one. And because there are more sides, you can do this, you're much more free. So what I mean by that is, normally you would just take it out like that. But you don't have to. You can literally just do this using the other side. So these things are really intuitive. You will figure it out eventually. But that's basically it. You're just going to solve that and then solve this corner, and then the last edge is going to be right here, and of course you solve it just like a normal Rubik's Cube. And as you can see, we have our first 2 layers done on the Megaminx, which of course is what F2L stands for, first two layers. S2L stands for second two layers, and it's exactly the same as F2L. Starting out, you're gonna have to pick a color between yellow, purple, green, red, blue, and yeah, between those colors. And by picking this color, you're gonna have to stay with this color for a while until you get more comfortable with the Megaminx. Now, I'm gonna start out with yellow. Now, when starting out with yellow, you can see there are two more edges that need to be solved: the yellow and orange, and yellow and green. So let's find those. Here they are. Here's the yellow and orange one. We're gonna have to connect them like this, and so we can connect them like that. And the other piece is right here. So you can take that out, bring it all the way over here, so that you can connect this edge to the centerpiece and connect it like that. And now you have another star, as you can see. And now with this part, you're gonna have to solve S2L, meaning F2L basically, here, with each corner and edge like this. So let's do it. Here's the first corner. I'm gonna insert that into this, into these three layers. And then we're gonna have to look for its corresponding edge. Here we go. Gonna insert that like that. The next one is going to be green, blue, and yellow. Can insert that edge, corner, sorry, I mean. Then the edge is going to be right here. This is the edge. We can insert that. Again, this is just exactly the same as you would do your corner and edge on a normal Rubik's Cube. So if you can solve a Rubik's Cube, you can basically solve this, except for the last layer. And as you can see here, now we're done with yellow, and we're done with F2L for the yellow part. Now after you've picked yellow, you have to pick a center actually next to it. So for instance, if you picked yellow, you have to pick blue or purple, and then continue like that as a rotation. But I'm going to pick blue for this tutorial. So let's go with blue. And we found, sorry, as you can see, blue and pink, we can solve that edge like this. So let's solve it. There we go. And that's solved. And now again, we have two F2L slots. So we can insert this corner right like that, and insert this edge like that. Again, if you're watching this and you know F2L, you can just apply F2L to this. So here we go. Inserting that corner like that, and inserting the last edge for the blue side. And now as you can see, you're done with the blue F2L plus star and the yellow one. So next you're going to have to pick either red or purple. But I suggest just going in the same rotation so it's easier to recognize. And as you can see, there's only one edge missing, and that's this edge. And let's insert that edge so that you can see there another star. And again, two S2L slots or F2L slots. So let's insert one at a time. As you can see. There we go, another slot completed. And now we're at our last F2L pair. And you can see you can insert this edge. And there you go. That's basically S2L. You know you're done with S2L once you have two layers that are not done and the rest is done. This part is quite tricky with the last two layers. You're basically now going to solve this entire side like this, so that only one layer is left, and that has to be the opposite layer to the layer you started. So let's go. Now you're going to have to pick one of these two colors, purple or green. And I'm going to pick purple for this one. So let's go. We have to find the blue and purple edge to insert here, and we see it's already there. So we can insert it like that. Now we have to continue with this pair, and we can do it like this. As you saw, I inserted it here, and I'm going to insert the edge right there. And now we're done with this part. And remember, we still have to do this entire part right here. Now, how are we going to insert something in here? Basically, what you're going to have to remember these two slots. So we're going to have to remember purple, blue, and green. And now you're going to have to rotate the cube of the side just like that. And now imagine this was purple, blue, and green. And now let's look for the corner. Here's the corner. And now you're going to have to insert the corner here. Remember, this is going to be green, purple, and blue. And you can insert it like that. Now if we take it back, we can see this corner is solved. Now we have to do the same with the edge. We're going to have to look for the blue and green edge. So we rotate the cube like that, or the side, sorry, and we're going to insert this one. And remember, this is blue and this is green. You have to remember that. And now you can insert the edge like that. And now when you're done with that, you're going to just rotate the side back towards, and there you go. You're done with this entire compartment. All that's left is one more F2L slot. Let's insert it. It's going to be exactly the same. Insert the corner right there and insert the edge. And after that, you're done with S2L and F2L. So all that's going to be left is one layer that's unsolved, and the rest will be solved. The next part is going to be OLL. OLL meaning orienting the last layer, also meaning turning all the sides topwards, all the grey sides. So OLL on a Megaminx is the same as with a normal Rubik's Cube, but there are hundreds of algorithms for this cube. But I have a method that I use that uses no algorithms. So just like a normal Rubik's Cube, what you would do with a dot cases, you would do F, sexy move, F prime to orient some of the edges. And do it again here, F, sexy move, F prime. And again, F, sexy move, F prime, until all the edges are oriented. Well, you're going to do exactly the same here. So when you have only one piece, you're going to have to turn it left side that way. And then you're going to do F, sexy move, F prime. And as you can see, now we have all the edges oriented except for 2. And when this happens, you're going to have to face 2 to this side and 1 to this side. And then you do F, sexy move, F prime. There are going to be a bunch of different cases, but they are all really also kind of intuitive. Just do F, sexy move, F prime and see what happens. So next up, all the edges are solved, which is good. But what we do with these sides, there are still too many algorithms to learn. So what I suggest you do is, take the cube, rotate it like this. You can also do it underneath, but I find that to be very uncomfortable. Now turn the cube like this. And what you're going to do next is, you're going to do U prime, R, U, R prime, and you're going to keep on doing that sequence until, as you could see, the corner is solved. And now take the next unsolved corner and do U prime, R, U, R prime, U prime, and keep on doing that until it's solved. But when it's solved, you still have to do this to complete the sequence. So let's do another one. Here we go. U prime, R, U, R prime. So you can continue that until it's solved. And then with the last corner, you're going to do it again. Do the same sequence of moves over and over until each corner is solved. And also, you wouldn't have messed up anything else. And that's going to be over. The last part is going to PLL, meaning permuting the last layers. So basically all you're going to do here is moving these edges and corners until the cube is solved. And now the last part also has two sections, edge permutation and corner permutation. And as for edge permutation, there are 4 cases that you can get, and unfortunately this is the only place where you can have to learn algorithms, but it's just 4 since the corner permutation doesn't have any algorithms. Now what you're going to do here is you're going to do U or U prime until you find at least 2 pieces that are solved. As you can see, there are 2 edges like this that are solved and the other 3 aren't. But if you find a case where only 1 is solved, like this, where only, as you can see, only the orange part is solved, then you're going to just have to keep on doing U until you find at least 2 that are solved. But there are those rare cases, and this is really rare, where only 1 edge is solved. And no matter how many U you do, only 1 edge is going to be solved. And when that happens, only do a J perm or a T perm, and then you can do a U again afterwards, and then you will be able to do this part. So now there are 4 cases. There are 2 cases where these 2 are adjacent to each other. The other 2 cases are when these 2 are solved. So let's start. When these 2 are solved, you're going to have to look at these 3 edges and see if they are clockwise or counterclockwise. And as you can see, this one is going to be counterclockwise because this edge needs to go here, this edge needs to go here, and this one needs to go here. So as you can see, it's counterclockwise. And when it's counterclockwise, you're going to have to rotate the cube like this so that this edge is solved and the other solved edge is going to be facing towards your right side. And from this point on, you're going to have to do the Y perm. And from this one on, I expect you to know the Y perm, but if you don't, you can just follow this notation. And it goes like this. And as you can see, all the edges are solved. Here's the second case where again these two are adjacent to each other, the two solved edges, but this time it's clockwise. As you can see, this part needs to go here, this one here, and this one here. So when it needs to go clockwise, you're going to hold it the opposite side as the previous case, with this one facing towards you, the solved one, and the other solved one facing left. And here's the notation for the JB perm. R U R prime, F prime, R U R prime, U prime, R prime, F, R2, U prime, R prime. And as you can see, now all the edges are solved. The third case is when the two that are solved aren't adjacent to each other anymore, it's opposite. And when it's opposite, you're going to have to look at the three unsolved edges again. As you can see, this one is going to be clockwise, because this edge goes here, this one here, and this one here. So it's clockwise. And when it's clockwise, you're going to hold the left solved edge right in front of you, and you're going to have to do this algorithm. R2, U2 prime, R2 prime, U prime, R2, U2 prime, R2 prime. And as you see, that solved all the unsolved edges. The last case is going to be this case, where the two solved edges are opposite each other, but this time the unsolved edges are counterclockwise. As you can see, this edge needs to go here, this one here, and this one here. So when this happens, still hold this piece in front of you, the left side of the solved edges, and you do this algorithm. It's basically the same as the other one, just some few minor changes here and there. R2, U2, R2 prime, U, R2, U2, R2 prime. And as you can see, that solves all the edges. Last part of the tutorial. Good job. We're now at corner permutation. And as you can see, we're going to have to look at the corner that isn't solved. So there are three corners that aren't solved. And now when solving this part, you're going to have to tilt the cube like this, so that the gray side is on your left side. Now what you're going to do here is you're going to remove this cube. Not this cube, this corner, by doing a U prime, R prime, U. Now you're going to have to look at this corner. It's the orange, green, and grey corner. Now where does this have to go? Here we go. Orange, green, and grey. And now we're going to have to insert this corner here by doing a U prime, R, U. And now we have this corner. Now we're going to have to look for where it has to go. It's the orange, grey, and blue. And it has to go here. Now we're going to have to insert this here. Basically the same. U prime, R prime, U. Again, what corner do we have here? The grey, pink, and white corner. So let's look for where it has to go. It has to go here. So you're going to have to insert it like that. So basically, you're just going to keep on doing that two move sequences over and over again until all the corners are solved. And there you go. You've just solved the Megaminx. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video helped you, and if you have any suggestions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Please like and subscribe, and see you guys next time. Peace.